the Nuggets are too darn likable to be NBA champions. Before taking the court Tuesday night to edge Detroit 95-92 in a victory far tougher than it should have been, Nuggets forward Paul Millsap asked, "How hungry are we going to be?" As Denver heads toward the playoffs for the first time since 2013, it's the only real question facing this team. "I do believe the Nuggets have the skills to give any foe, including the mighty Golden State Warriors, fits in a 7-game series. But it's also fair to wonder, does Denver have the mindset and the killer instinct required to survive and advance past the first round of the playoffs?" After building a 27-point lead against Detroit at halftime, the Nuggets tried their best to give it all away. "Don't get bored with success," Denver coach Michael Malone said. "It's a dicey game we're playing. This victory was a perfect example of how a soft team satisfied with success gets bounced in the first round of the playoffs." Kobe Bryant, who won 5 championships with the Los Angeles Lakers, wasn't called the Black Mamba for nothing. "I step on the court, I don't play around," Bryant once said. "I'm not there to be your best friend. I'm there to destroy you. These big, cuddly Nuggets want to be your bestie. What they need is more venom in their bite. Denver is legit, even if most of the NBA cognoscenti regard the Nuggets as markedly worse than Golden State, Houston and Oklahoma City in the Western Conference, refusing to believe they are as good as their 50-23 record might indicate." Even Malone, however, seems perplexed by his squad's tendency to play lights out for 5 minutes and disappear for the next 5 minutes. "This can be a fatal flaw in the playoffs, when it's my firm belief the team that plays the best 5 minutes, whether the run happens early or late, usually wins the game. Will the real Nuggets please stand up? We don't want to be in search mode going into the postseason," Malone said. "That's an awful place to be. To understand the maddening inconsistency of these Nuggets, who got up 40-18 on the Pistons early in the second quarter and then seemed too polite to put Detroit of its misery, it's a matter of acknowledging the hardest muscle for any champion to train is his brain. Let's go back to the Black Mamba." Bryant once described his mindset like this: "Winning takes precedence over all. There's no gray area. No almosts." Malone recently did the right but difficult thing of tightening his playing rotation. He was forced to banish Isaiah Thomas to the end of the bench, a necessary move because the veteran point guard's broken-down body has buried his tougher-than-barbed-wire competitiveness. "It's the snake in IT. This team will miss most when push comes to shove. So heading into the playoffs, I would humbly suggest one small tweak to the distribution of minutes among Denver reserves." Malone fondly calls defensive specialist Torrey Craig a pest. And these Nuggets aren't pesky enough. Craig can be the annoying bug in the ear of Russell Westbrook or James Harden during crunch time of a playoff series. The NBA playoffs have traditionally been a cruel teacher to teams that haven't been through the 2-month grind of winning 4 series to be crowned champion. According to the number crunchers, Denver has less than 1% chance of winning it all in 2019. And that's okay by me. But I also wonder, do the Nuggets themselves really believe they can beat the Rockets or the Thunder, much less the Warriors in the playoffs? Or is Denver willing to settle for being almost good enough?